Hello, and a warm welcome to this week's Wednesday Wellness Call. So, a week ago, we kicked off this series by talking about recovery, why the body doesn't bounce back the way it used to, and why a vacation alone isn't always enough. We talked about how stress puts a strain on both the body and the mind, and how the endocannabinoid system, or ECS, acts as the body's internal recovery system. And perhaps the most important reminder of all, your body is not broken, it is overloaded, but it does remember how to heal as long as you give it the right tools. So, today we're going to continue this theme and take a closer look at how specific products can support recovery and help ease stress. Before we dive into the products, let's pause for a moment and reflect on this. Why does our body need so much more support today than it used to? The answer is simple. Modern life is not natural. It's constantly wearing us down. The rush, the overstimulation, the quality of our food, lack of sleep, and the relentless pressure to perform. We're not here to change the body. We're not trying to force it into some mold. We're just wanting to support it because it can't manage on its own. The body already has all the system it needs for balance, recovery, and well-being. But these systems, like the endocannabinoid system, need nutrients and stimulation in order to function properly. And that is exactly why product support is such an essential part of taking care of ourselves. So, let's have a look at a short video clip. I would like to ask you if your life looks like this. So the important question is, what does stress actually feel like? It's not always shouting or panic. Often it's a quiet and very creeping sensation. It can feel like you're constantly a bit tense, a little off, like you're not really breathing properly. Sleep doesn't refresh you, muscles are tight, and even though you haven't done anything strenuous, you're just tired. It can feel like you're irritated by little things, or you just can't get excited about anything. So, stress isn't just a feeling, it is actually a physiological state. And it affects your entire body, and especially how well you recover. So, if stress is overstimulation, restlessness, and overload, then what does balance look like? It's that feeling when your breath flows deeply without you having to think about it. When your thoughts are clear and you don't constantly feel like you've forgotten something. When your digestion is normal and even small triggers don't cause pain or bloating. When you wake up refreshed without the shock of an alarm clock. And when you recover physically, mentally, and neurologically. Balance does not mean perfection. It means that the body is able to return to its central line. And to make this possible, your body has a system ready built in. It is constantly working behind the scenes to regulate your nervous system, inflammation, hormones, digestion, sleep, pain, and all the work your body does is with one goal in mind, to bring you back into balance. But how does it do that? To answer this question, we need to talk about perhaps the most important regulatory system in the body, the endocannabinoid system, and how plant cannabinoids can support it. The endocannabinoid system, or ECS, is the body's own internal regulation network. The task is simple, but incredibly important: to keep the body in balance in all situations. It regulates nervous system function, inflammation levels, sleep-wake cycle, mood, digestion, immunity, pain perception, and it works mainly through two key components: endocannabinoids, the signaling compounds your body naturally produces, and cannabinoid receptors. They are found in almost everywhere: in the brain, in the gut, the skin, and immune cells. But here's the problem: chronic stress, nutrient deficiencies, and environmental overload can weaken the function of the ECS. Some studies refer to this condition as cannabinoid deficiency, and it's associated with issues like sleep disturbances, headaches, pain, and inflammation. Good news is, nature provides compounds that can support the endocannabinoid system. They're called phytocannabinoids, and the best known among them are CBD and CBDA. They don't replace the body's own signals. They support the endocannabinoid system in doing its job. CBD helps prevent the breakdown of endocannabinoids, allowing more good messages to circulate in the body, while CBDA interacts with serotonin receptors, supporting mood and digestion, for example. The tools that we are talking about, they are vitally important for us. But I think this image here is fantastic in describing what actually happens in the body. The endocannabinoid system works like locks and keys. Your body's receptors, the ECS locks, are waiting for signals, and your body produces its own keys for these signals called endocannabinoids, like anandamide. But here's the crucial part. Today, most of us have more locks than keys. The body's own cannabinoids aren't enough to meet all the demands, especially when it's burdened by stress, inflammation, poor sleep, or a lack of nutrients. And the result? The messages don't get through. The body's internal recovery system starts to falter, and balance is lost. This is where plant cannabinoids come into play. When we use external cannabinoids, we are not forcing the body into anything. We are simply providing more keys so the locks can open. And if they do, the body's internal communication improves, the nervous system calms down, and we recover more effectively. Pure Gold is a true broad-spectrum CBD oil. That means it contains multiple beneficial cannabinoids like CBD, but no THC. So it's safe, reliable, and very high quality. The carrier oil is sustainably sourced MCT oil from coconut, an excellent delivery system for cannabinoids as it absorbs effectively and supports the uptake of fat-soluble compounds. But it's not just about what's inside, it's also about purity and transparency. Pure Gold is tested 3 times in different stages of the production. The raw material So the biomass from hemp is where the first test is done. After that, it's tested when the extraction is done. And finally, the final product is tested too. This means that we know exactly what's in the bottle and, just as importantly, what is not. No pesticides, no heavy metals, no solvents. Just a pure, effective, and researched CBD product. Now, why is CBD so important for stress recovery? First of all, it prevents the breakdown of anandamide. That's the body's own feel-good cannabinoid. It allows anandamide to stay active longer. CBD interacts with serotonin receptors. They influence mood, sleep, and nervous system regulation. So it can also calm an overactive nervous system and help the body return to a state of rest more quickly after stress signals. And it supports the endocannabinoid system as a whole, providing those much needed extra keys we talked about. So pure gold is like a foundation you can build your recovery on. It doesn't numb, it just restores balance from the inside out. Now there's something very special about this oil. The green hemp oil is not heated or processed like many other. It contains CBDA, the acidic form of cannabidiol, in the exact form nature intended. And it's this acidic form that makes it especially interesting when it comes to the endocannabinoid system. CBDA is not just a precursor to CBD, it is an active compound in its own right. Studies have shown that CBDA directly interacts with serotonin receptors, which are linked to mood, nausea, and the body's stress response. But most importantly, CBDA appears to activate ECS receptors directly, unlike CBD, which works indirectly. CBDA can help wake up the endocannabinoid system and get it to respond more actively. In other words, if pure gold helps the message stay in the body, green hemp oil helps the receptors listen more attentively. Additionally, this oil is raw and natural, no processing, full of other natural compounds like trace amounts of terpenes and chlorophyll. An excellent choice for sensitive nervous system and stress-prone digestion. Many people describe the green hemp oil as gentle but powerful. You might not feel the effects as quickly as with CBD, but it offers steady, lasting support, helping to build deeper balance over time. The first two products support the body from the inside. Salve works from the outside in. But make no mistake, this isn't just any cream. Salve is a deeply restorative, all-natural blend of CBD, CBDA, and traditional plant extracts that together offer powerful relief. For tense shoulders and neck, lower back tightness, nerve pinches, or stress-induced headaches. Skin redness, dry patches, burns, stings, bites, or sensitive areas. But here's the most important part. Our skin has its own endocannabinoid system. It is not a separate system from the ECS that we have been discussing. It is just its own very unique part of it. Even skin cells, nerve endings, immune cells at the very surface of our skin use cannabinoid receptors to communicate. So, when you apply salve to the skin, the cannabinoids act locally without entering the bloodstream. They can help relieve pain, soothe inflammation, and restore the skin's natural defenses. And because salve contains both CBD and CBDA, it supports immediate relief thanks to CBD and longer-term calming thanks to CBDA. The cream is also enriched with traditional botanicals like ginseng, turmeric, Centella asiatica, and camphor, all carefully selected to support circulation, pain relief, and skin regeneration. So, Salve completes the internal support of the oils by delivering recovery exactly where it's needed the most, on the surface and directly at the source. So, what exactly happens when we use all three of these products together? The body begins to experience a phenomenon known as the entourage effect or synergistic interaction. You can think of it like this: pure gold is like the conductor, guiding and calming the nervous system, supporting the core functions of the ECS, so creating the music. Green hemp oil brings rhythm and sensitivity, activating receptors and deepening the sense of internal balance. Salve is the local repair team, going straight to the areas of pain, tension, or irritation and offering fast relief. Together, they support the endocannabinoid system from three angles: internally, at the cellular level, and locally. Help the body recover faster and more completely. They also provide both long-term balance and targeted support. And most importantly, they don't force the body to do anything. They help the body do what it already knows how to do. This is recovery, naturally, supporting the body's own processes from the inside out. Recovery is a necessity. So something has to be done, but recovery shouldn't be complicated. If your body is already overloaded, the last thing you need is a complex protocol, 10 different bottles, or strict schedules. That's why this product bundle is so brilliant. Just three products, three ways to support the body, and one goal: to bring you back into your natural rhythm. It's a simple and smart way of doing this. Your body doesn't need everything. It just needs the right things at the right time. And here's an important reminder: if even one part is missing, the effect is incomplete. So without pure gold, there's no stabilizing base for the nervous system. Without green hemp oil, there's no direct endocannabinoid system activation through the acidic form. Without salve, there's no targeted relief for physical tension and pain. This isn't just the sum of three products. It's a system where each one supports the others. And that is what makes this the perfect starter kit for recovery. No extras, no gimmicks, just effective, natural support that you can actually feel. Because at the end of the day, we all need to remember it is impossible to pour from an empty cup. So, we have heard what stress does to the body, and how the body tries to restore balance, and how pure gold, the green hemp oil, and salve can help you in the process, on their own, but especially together. So the question is, will you give your body permission to recover? These three products are researched, safe, and natural, and they're easy to integrate into everyday life. So no big changes are needed. Just one small decision: I support my body. I give it what it needs. So you should try it for yourself. Commit to using the products together daily for 30 days, and you will feel the difference. Because your body is not broken. It's ready to return to balance. Next week, on July 2nd, we will wrap up this Wednesday Wellness Call series with the final episode. We will talk about what you can expect to feel when using these products regularly, and how to incorporate them into your daily routine for the best results. In the meantime, Make sure to take care of yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you on the Wednesday Wellness Calls next week, Wednesday. Ciao, ciao.